Hey guys, welcome back to another Evil Within 2 Nightmare difficulty video. In the previous video, we finished Chapter 3, and now we're going to go ahead and start Chapter 4. I did do a little bit of crafting without you guys, so since I didn't really think you guys needed to see that. What we're actually going to do right now is get the parts for the sniper, since that's going to be an important tool that we could use later on in certain encounters. So if you're not sure where the sniper parts are, the broken rifle itself is on the roof over here, and then I set a waypoint to where the parts that we're going to use to actually repair it are. So first we're going to grab the broken rifle up here, and then we're going to go ahead and go all the way to the waypoint so we can fix it. Oh, they changed this. Because I just went through this area on classic mode and it was a standard lost that was here, not one of these dudes. It's gonna make things considerably more difficult.
Toast, but the rest of it looks okay. Need to find some parts to fix it.
I don't know how he didn't see me then. But I'll take it. So now that we have the parts, we're going to go to the waypoint so we can actually fix the rifle. I'm going to play it safe and I'm going to stay sneaking. I don't want that dude to see me. But even if he does see me, I'm not sure if he's going to follow me down here. But I'm not going to sit around and find out. So we're just going to keep going. I do hear one of the witch enemies. But it's just a matter of knowing where she actually is, which I don't. So, we're just gonna go around this way instead. It's the safer route. Plus, it's the route that I took whenever I went through here on Classic. Right now on the Classic profile that I'm doing, recording, let's see, where was I? I just started, well, I saved right after the Obscura boss fight. Where's this person? Go the other way. There you go. What? Oh, I know exactly what this is. Oh, come on. We're doing this now? I'm in the middle of a recording. Why do you have to do this to me now? Well, depending on where she goes, I'm just gonna take off. Where is she? That's the problem. Oh, we're just gonna creep this way. Okay, we're just gonna make a run for it. I didn't know it could happen in that area. I know it could happen on the street and over where did I pick up the laser pistol on this one? No, I didn't. But it's possible to pick up a laser sight pistol over in a parking lot over there, which actually I should probably go get that too, since we're already on our way over there. But I know she can spawn in over at that parking lot as well. But I didn't know she could spawn right there. That's a learning experience. Ooh, no, you don't see anything. You don't see anything. You don't see anything. Oh no, this is bad. We're just not gonna move. What if she does see us? Sorry, go back to your spot. So with that ghost woman, she despawns everything whenever she spawns in, but whenever she leaves, everything just respawns instantly. So I didn't have the reaction time to get back into hiding from that witch right there. Ooh, a key. That's nice. We'll use that later. Now I don't know if these enemies get up when you're like sprinting near them, or if they are triggered by some sort of scripted event. Either way, I'm not going to sit around to find out. I did not mean to put the waypoint right there. The waypoint is actually supposed to be up there. But if you want to pick up this pistol, it is going to start a quick time event with one lost enemy. But it's just a standard dude. There's nothing special about him. So if you're willing to use some resources on just one dude for an extra firearm, then by all means go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and do so anyways, since that laser sight pistol can really help.
I need this worse than you do, pal.
And the dude's just going to come out of nowhere on top of the car. I hate doing quick time events that involve the analog sticks. I feel like it breaks them. Look at that, dude, this guy. He's taken, what, 5 shots? Dude, this guy doesn't die. Jesus Christ. Yeah, something that I've noticed on the Nightmare and Classic difficulties is that these enemies take a massive beating. On Survival, it's not that bad, you know, it's typical. They have the amount of health that you would expect them to have. But here on Nightmare, and especially on Classic that I've noticed, these enemies take a ton of damage. Like right now, whenever we go into the Marrow, there's going to be a section with a whole bunch of enemies that are pretending to be dead. And whenever I went through there on Classic, I was shooting them point blank with a shotgun, because I didn't want to waste the crossbow bolt. So I did that instead, and it wasn't killing them, it was only taking off half of their head instead of instantly killing them, which I really disagree with, because on Classic difficulty you're not able to upgrade your weapons or Sebastian's abilities, so everything you get is like the base level, and which I'm okay with, but if you're gonna restrict that, at least have it to be where point blank sawed-off shotgun bullets will instantly kill any enemy that takes that damage to the head. I mean, like I said, I really disagree with that, because then you end up wasting resources trying to get them whenever they aggro, which one of the only ways that I've noticed that can instantly kill them if you shoot them in the head is with the sniper rifle bullets or the harpoons. I haven't noticed any other way that would instantly kill them if you shoot them in the head. But let's see if it's any different on Nightmare. Because that dude right then should have died a lot sooner than what he did. Whenever I tried to take the laser-sighted pistol. He should have died a lot sooner than what he did, but hey, it's whatever. We're past it. And actually, I'm gonna go ahead and put that pistol in the shortcut instead, since I like it a whole lot better. So then we got one of the smelly women over there. So hopefully we can get over there without getting caught. Oh, that's the witch from earlier. They're not called witches, I don't think, but no one really knows what else to call them, so every video that I've seen so far, everyone just calls them witches, which they basically function the exact same way. And if you don't know, the witches are from the Left 4 Dead series, and really they just kind of walk around really slowly like that, and then whenever they get aggroed, they go crazy, which is basically the exact same thing as that over there. So what I did on classic mode is I sniped it from over here. Problem is, that person's faking it. Oh! Okay. Okay, we're making a run for it. What? How did that see? How did she see me? There's no way. I was behind cover. She should not have seen me. Well, let's see where it respawns me then. That should not have happened. I wonder how she saw me, because I was behind cover. But I didn't notice that she saw me until it was too late. So yeah, so as you can see, that enemy really kind of screws you over. Which, it's one thing to completely alert. Oh my god, are you joking? Okay, first I die by an annoying smelly woman, and then I have to deal with this ghost enemy. Oh dear, she's right there. Oh no, this is bad. This is very bad. But anyways, like I was saying, with those smelly women, they alert everybody in the area, and then they drain your stamina, which, if they only did the alerting ability, I would be completely fine with them. But the fact that they drain your stamina entirely really kind of ruins it, because then you can't run away, and your stamina regenerates extremely slow if it's unupgraded. And even when it is upgraded, it tends to regenerate fairly slow. So really, you just get screwed over in the end. Okay, so let's try this again. lovely first-person section once we go into the Marrow, and we're gonna have to deal with another one of those. But it's really easy. There we go. So now we're just gonna wait for her to turn around. Did she see me through that little crack right there in between the two things? That's insane. But there's no way she should have seen me. So we're just gonna make a run for it. If she does get aggroed, we're just gonna run. And this dude is gonna come alive, but you can just run past him and open the door. Open the door! There we go.
Probably should let Kidman know what's going on.
Whew. That spooked me.
Kidman, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What have you got for me?
The good news is that I located O'Neill, and he was able to get me on the trail to find Lily.
That's great.
The bad news is that Union is literally falling apart around me, and it's mostly populated by corpses and monsters. Oh, and that psycho I told you about, the one with the powers he shouldn't have, he's got Lily. I'm getting ready to head into the Marrow, which you neglected to tell me about, to get to him.
I'm sorry we didn't have time for a briefing before sending you in, but we didn't think it would be this bad.
It's just as bad as Beacon in here. No, it's worse. My daughter wasn't stuck in Beacon.
Okay, calm down. Maybe I can help you out. Can you give me any information on this person?
Male, about 5'10", black hair. He fancies himself as some sort of artist.
That's not much to go on.
Stefano.
Something I don't know.
Stefano
I'm on my way to
Valentino.
City Hall. I'll call you later.
It's either Valentino or Valentini. It's one of the two. Do I have anything I can use? Ooh, that's right. I do have a key, so we're gonna go use that really quick. Now that right there is a shooting range that you can use to get some extra components. It usually gives you like weapon parts or goo, you know, things like that. So I'm not gonna bother crafting handgun bullets. I'm gonna mainly focus on shotgun shells and the sniper rifle cartridges. There you go. Let's see. Can I use my weapon parts on anything? Oh man. Alright, so now we're gonna go over here and see if we can't level anything up, as well as use the key that we just got.
You just can't stay away from me, can you?
Let's talk to her.
I know my office is relaxing, but it's no place to loiter.
Okay then. Usually she has some sort of conversation with Sebastian, but other times she'll just have one-liners like that. Alright, that actually works. I'm okay with that. Okay, what have we got here? That's really important. The Prowler. Actually, no, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. How much do I need for that one? 8,000. Alright. So now that we're upgraded, I can go ahead and, you know, save with confidence, since I don't have to worry about the limited amount of saves that Classic makes you suffer through. But we're not going to save in the save room, we're going to save here instead. I saw something. Okay, just a file. And there you can see I'm on chapter 6 on classic mode. Alright, now we're gonna go into the marrow.
I was talking about. Let's try that password.
Again, for these parts, because you're gonna go through this multiple times, it's just waiting around for the loading to finish. You can try to run to that light as much as you want. You're never gonna catch up to it. Which, I wonder if that's supposed to have some sort of hidden meaning in this or not. It'd be really neat if it did. But if not, then no big deal. Metal pipe. See, I know these will give you green shell most of the time. Sometimes they will give you gunpowder as well. The most you can usually hit them is about 3 times. For some reason that just drops a smoke bomb. In the first game, if you hit them too many times, they would eventually just drop one of a bomb trap, and you had to disarm it like as soon as it touched the ground, otherwise you would blow up. But if you messed up on that little mini game, it would blow up anyways.
Looks like they were still designing parts of Union in here.
Yeah, so this little room right here is just sort of a layout of what Union was. Or at least what it was supposed to be. I don't know if they ever managed to finish it. Okay, this dude I think has shotgun shells. Oh no, gunpowder. That helps. Okay, very nice. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and crawl through the vent. So, hold on, where is it? Right there on the wall you can use an electric bolt to open up the door, but it's just a shortcut, so really it's kind of a waste since it doesn't really do anything if you do open it. So I never bother. And we can actually come back to those shotgun shells right now, since I won't be able to get back the harpoon bolts just as easily. So let's see if it's any different than from classic mode. See, look at that. Look at that. Point blank, didn't die. Oh, I heavily disagree with that. But I don't know if it's just something that's supposed to happen every time, or if it's just me being really unlucky. But either way, I heavily disagree with it. I do not think it should be a thing, but unfortunately it is. And there's not much I can do about it now since the game's, already out. This dude down here somewhere. Oh, there he is. Oh, okay. So now it actually worked. I guess I was just really unlucky whenever I came through here on classic mode, because nobody was dying from point blank headshots. Not one person. So what would end up happening is I would shoot them, and they'd just get aggroed with half of their face blown off, and then I would have to waste more resources than what would have been necessary. Actually, is this reloaded? Okay, yes it is. So we're good. What? you guys see that? That was a wasted shotgun shot. I'm not gonna waste the axe on this dude. Is he dead? Okay, he's dead. Usually, whenever they're dead, they'll do like some sort of stagger animation, or it kind of looks like they're walking backwards while drunk. So that's usually how you can know if they're officially dead, so you don't have to go ahead and waste your ammunition on them. So just keep that in mind. That was a waste of a shotgun shell. It went right through his head. It didn't register for some reason. Which, that's like the second or third time that's happened to me. And of course, it upsets me, because, you know, it's not, I wouldn't say bad game design, but it kind of ruins it, in a sense. Because you end up having to waste ammunition. So, I believe this guy aggroes whenever you try to pick that up. So we're going to shoot him first. And it actually worked this time. And he gave us gunpowder too. I forgot which pouch this is. Okay. So now we can carry more more than, I can't remember what the standard amount is that you can carry for bolts. I think it's 5 or 4, but now we can carry 6. And the last dude in this room that's faking being dead is that guy right there. Now, whenever we try to open up the door, it's going to start spawning in enemies, but if you don't kill these guys, it's going to make it considerably more difficult. So, I like to take care of these enemies first before actually starting the spawn of enemies.
Emergency lockdown procedures are currently in effect. Lockdown can be disengaged by tuning to the frequency on your communicator.
Might as well give it a try.
Alright, so now we're gonna do this little puzzle. There we go.
Emergency lockdown deactivated. Please wait for system reboot of each annex. Stand by.
Alright, let's see if it happens again.
Recreation area emergency lockdown disengaged.
It did it again.
While system reboots.
It does that every time whenever the dudes run into the room. But once that square button goes away, then you can climb up here without having to worry about anything. Oh dear. I don't have any explosive bolts, do I? Did I? Oh dear. Okay, this is bad. This is going to be considerably more difficult than what I figured. I just assumed that I had explosive bolts.
Security annex emergency lockdown disengaged. Please wait while system reboots.
I believe it's going to spawn in a witch, but she's going to instantly know where we are, which I disagree with, but hey, it's whatever. What? Oh man, that's dumb. Alright. Okay, I was gonna say if that axe didn't kill her, something's up. But once you kill her, that should end the
That's it.
wave of enemies. Okay, yeah, there we
Conserve
go.
ammo.
So now we're going to go into these 2 rooms and pick up the spare ammunition that's been left around for us. Wait, I believe there's something right here. There we go. Picking up some more shotgun shells, which is always nice. I believe this is gunpowder. Yep, there we go. Super helpful. What's this? Oh, pipe. Got the hiccups. Now I wonder if it'll allow us to go inside here. It should. Handgun bullets. Alright, just making sure if there's more pipes. So now comes the person section. Now we just gotta get to it. Oh, I went through the wrong door. That's embarrassing. Here we go. And during this little portion of the game, you can't use any sort of firearms. The only thing that you'll be able to use are bottles. You can't use your crossbow or your actual firearms.
Jesus, the smell.
Which, there's a section similar like that in the first Evil Within, but you could use your crossbow as long as it wasn't the explosive and lightning bolts. I think you would have been fine with the flash bolts, because I remember there was a section or at the very end of that portion, you would open up a door and there would be a whole bunch of enemies that would just bum rush you the second it opened, and I would use a flash bolt to stun them so that I could just run past them and climb up the ladder, and they wouldn't be able to follow me. So it looks like this person saw me, which they thought they saw me, but since I'm right here on the ladder, for some reason they can't follow me. I've done this like 2 or 3 times now. So you just wait for them to turn around. You lure both of them over here and wait for them to turn around to go back to their original position. And then you can just stab them in the back of the head. Is she gonna turn around? It never takes this long. There we go. That took a lot longer than expected. But I don't know about you guys, but I already saw the increase in movement speed while crouched. Yeah, so the AI in this game is a bit exploitable, as you can see. The AI in the first game was a lot smarter than the AI in this game. Which you would have one would think that the AI in the second game would have been a whole lot smarter than the AI in a game that came out over 3 years ago. But hey, it's whatever. It's whatever. Both of these games are still well worth the price that they're at right now. This game is definitely worth the $60. And like I said in a previous video, the first game on PlayStation Store just the base game, I believe, is $20, and the deluxe edition, which comes with the DLCs, is, I want to say, $30. It might be $40. It might be 30 and 40, or it's either 30 and 40 or 20 and 30. But either way, that game is definitely worth the money. I highly recommend it if you're into these types of games. But if you're not, then no big deal. And now we put on the mask.
Thanks, O'Neill. I'd never make it through without this thing.
And here comes first person.
Flammable. Damn. That means I can't rely on my firearms.
I believe I have the corner stab ability. Alright, so let's see if this works. Come on. Alright. And now the only other threat in this little portion is one of the smelly women. Or the smelly hoochie, as H2O Delirious puts it in his walkthrough, which I highly recommend as well, if you're into the more comedic walkthroughs. So I actually died right here whenever I came through here on Classic. I died the first time because she somehow saw me behind the box over there. There would have been no way that she would have been able to see me, but she somehow saw me. And she just vomited acid onto my face and I died. And I saved all the way at the safe house, at O'Neill's safe house. So I had to run back all the way to the safe house on the north side and then go through all the stuff that we just did again. So I went through it twice because she somehow had massive awareness from like around a box. So if she does see you, there's really no way that you can defend yourself. Like, you're pretty much just screwed. Which, I mean, you can still sneak stab her, but it's not going to kill her. She's like the witch in the sense that she takes more damage than a standard haunted, or lost, correction. The haunted were the name of the standard enemies in the first game. But so there's no real way to defend yourself if she does see you, which kinda, well, it doesn't really ruin it. It does create a little bit of tension, I will admit that, but there's nothing you can do, so you're kind of just SOL. Come on.
Hopefully that did something.
Where is she? Actually, you know what? We're gonna play it safe. Just gonna wait for her right here. We're gonna wait for her to go back. So right now she's coming back this way, and we're gonna wait for her to turn around. It's the more safe route. I mean, if you're feeling really aggressive, you probably could have been able to gone back to the box, but for the sake of the video, I'm just gonna play it safe. And if you really wanted to, you could just break for it right now, but I believe she turns around rather soon. You probably could run for it, but even though she doesn't sprint, she does move very quickly when she's aggroed. So running all the way back to the door would have been fairly difficult. But now that she's going back that way, sneak behind her. And she does stop right there momentarily, so we're going to wait for her to actually go around the corner first before I go back behind the box. So when she saw me on classic mode, I was like this, and I've never been seen like that before. So, you know, just to play it safe, because I don't know if it's going to happen again or not, I'm just going to be on this side right here and wait for her to turn around and go back that way, down the hall. And then we'll make a break for the door. Come on. Hurry up. There, she walks rather slow. Okay, we should be good. And another thing to note is that the sprint seems a whole lot slower in first person.
Thank God. That mask smelled terrible.
But that's the only time that we're ever going to go first person in this game. You never do it again. So it's an interesting concept, but I suppose it's up to the player to determine if it was a hit or miss. For me, I don't really care for it. I feel like even if it was in third person, it wouldn't have made a difference. Okay, so I'm just gonna scroll through this so you guys can pause it if you want to read it. So these little data files that you find throughout the game just sort of give you more information as to what happened in Union before everything went to hell. Actually, that's right. I believe there's ammunition up here. I don't think there's an enemy in here. There might be. Oh, no, there isn't. I was thinking of a different supply room then. Got full shotgun ammo. And another harpoon. Now, I apologize if you hear people walking around. I'm in an apartment complex, so... And I'm on the first floor, so if you end up hearing people walk above me, then just know that that's what it is.
I can't! The collapse caused a gas leak in the access tunnel.
And we're gonna listen to this dude.
Can you hear me? It's Watkins. What's going on? The collapse is happening faster than we predicted. And now it's affecting the marrow, too. Those things are trying to breach. You gotta help me. We're secure on this side. Get over here. I can't! The collapse caused a gas leak in the access tunnels, and I left my respirator on the ATC. Can't you send a team through the tunnels with a respirator for me? Sorry. We can't risk the personnel just to help you. Fuck you guys then!
Yeah, so this guy was unfortunate and got left behind by his men. But it's unfortunate, but hey, he just got SOL.
Here it is. My way back
Right.
into Union.
And now we're at the other side of the marrow. We're gonna go through another one of these loading screens. fast. Normally they get stuck at like 33% for a while before it completely loads. But this one was fast, which I'm not going to complain about. How much health do I have? Every bit of health helps. There have been moments where that legendary 1 pixel of health ends up staying on the health bar and I live. So I have a few more weapon parts. I suppose I can go, and a red gel. I might as well. So, is there any ammo to craft? Yes, there is. No, we're not going to do that. Upgrade the shotgun really quick. Let's go see if I can level up.
Relax, Detective. How may I assist you?
Can assist me by helping me level up.
This place is ill. It's in critical condition. The infection has spread beneath the surface and into the muscles and bones. Only the veins remain to connect the failing extremities. And even those aren't immune. It seems, however, that you have no interest in healing this place. Your only interest is getting your hands on the cure. So be it. I am here to help you with whatever you decide to do.
I really like her character. You didn't really see too much development or characterization of the nurse in the first game at all. But in this game, I feel like they fleshed her out a whole lot more, which I really liked her towards the end.
But you can't avoid fighting forever. Maybe you should think about adding some combat skills.
I could. That cost 8,000. How much is that? 3,000. Now this ability right here is really OP, since you slow down time for the duration of your stamina bar, and it's basically free headshots. Do I want to do this? Let's go ahead and do that. See if I can upgrade anything else. Let's go ahead and increase our health. Is there anything else I can get? I don't believe there is. Well, that's about as good as it's going to get for now. Actually, we'll save over here instead. sure it's not the... Okay. Just making sure it wasn't the classic profile. Which I think you get Sebastian's classic outfit if you end up beating classic mode. Which I was hoping to do over the weekend since I couldn't record over the weekend. But oh well, it's no big deal. I don't believe I mentioned this earlier. Well, I know I mentioned the fact that the enemies take a massive beating in the Nightmare and Classic mode difficulties, but I fought a witch on Classic mode earlier, and she took an insane amount of damage. She actually killed me, but she took 2 explosive bolts, an axe, and I believe that's it. So she took all that damage and still survived. So that just goes to show you how much more stronger the enemies are in Classic mode.
Yeah, just you wait, asshole.
So right here is a optional boss fight. You can skip it, although it is kind of spooky if you try to go the back way. But for the sake of the video, I'm gonna go ahead and show you that optional route if you don't want to spend all the resources of defeating the mini boss that we saw in chapter 2 that chased us around with a buzzsaw. So it's an important thing to note that you want lightning bolts for this. Alright, that takes a photo, which will slow her down. And now you just want to make a break for it. I mean, I suppose you could actually just run past her and just run up here, but if you go this way, it does seriously help, since that camera really does slow her down. Alright, now you want to make a run for it. Oh, I feel the vibrate. Oh, there she is. I don't care. Give me the bolt. Give me the bolt. Woo! This is getting spooky. Alright, now you just gotta mash X and hope you live. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Open the door! Woo! Ooh.
Don't have to worry about that thing
Ooh.
for now, at least. Let's see if I can find out where that psycho went.
So it is a bit of RNG in terms of if the boss decides to attack you or not. So be wary of that. But as you see, it took forever to open up that door. What? Did you see that? Did the bullet go through her head? as you can see, the AI is a bit dull. Yeah, if this were the first game, they would be chasing me until they died of old age. Which, since they're already dead, that wouldn't happen. Which is sort of my way of saying that they would chase you forever until either one of you died. So it is a bit insane. Where is he? Oh, I don't have an axe. I thought I had an axe. I was just gonna punch this dude in the face. Okay, that was bad. What? How did that miss? Oh dear. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, they've really taken unfair. There you go. That's what I was trying to do. But as you saw, I shot his arm off with the harpoon, and it just regenerated. So, although the enemies in the first game were tougher in the sense that they were a lot smarter and they were actually more aggressive in their animations and whatnot, they were at least fair and would actually die whenever you shot them. In this game, I feel like it's a bit more unfair, since they just take insane damage. But hey, it's whatever. I'm actually going to use another one, since I don't think there's anything else that could be of threat to us at this point. But we're actually going to go ahead and craft more, or at least another harpoon bolt, and another syringe. And then we're going to save, because I am not doing that again. Alright, well, that is going to be the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.